What's up everybody, welcome back to Toge Lab. Today we're going to be installing the M-Tech shifter springs for the 2023 BRZ. First we're going to remove this under tray. It's held on by a bunch of 10mm bolts. To make this install a bit easier, we're going to loosen up the transmission mount to give us a bit more access to the shifter spring location. Even with lowering the transmission, I found that the location was still quite tight. So the best approach here for me was to use a 10mm Allen socket to insert that into the head of the bolt and using a wrench to turn the socket. Once I had the bolt backed out, the Allen socket started hitting the transmission tunnel. So to alleviate this, I used a towel and a pry bar to push the transmission off to the side so that I can continue backing out the bolt. And here's a close-up of the head of the hex bolt. With the bolt removed, we're going to use a pick to pull out the old spring and install the new one. When installing back the Allen bolt, don't forget to use a bit of Loctite. From here, we're just installing everything back, so we're going to put the new spring in, the hex bolt back in, and then we're going to move on to the other side. Moving on to the passenger side, this is held on by a 27mm bolt. We're going to use a 27mm socket with a socket swivel extension, as well as a pry bar to push the transmission off to the side to give a bit more clearance. Here's that 27mm bolt removed. There is a spring inside of that cylinder. So once you pull the cylinder off, you can see the spring, and we are going to be replacing this with a new one. Now that we have the new spring in the bolt, we are going to install this back onto the transmission. Don't forget to use a bit of glue Loctite here. With the new springs installed, we're going to bolt back up the transmission mounts. This is for 14mm bolts. Finally, we're going to install the under tray with all the 10mm bolts. This concludes the shifter spring install for the 2023 BRZ. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.